stop what you're doing. Listen, please, 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 please. The scariest scam just happened to us. I'm still very shaken. It didn't even happen to me. Please send this to your parents. If you have older parents, if you have older grandparents, please send this to them or let them know that this is happening, okay?
Okay.
So about half an hour ago, my husband got a call from my phone number. It had my picture, it had my name, everything about it. It was my number. It was like a regular call.
Yeah.
He didn't even think anything of it. Answered the phone. On the other line was a guy saying he was holding me hostage and was going to shoot me.
Really?
If my husband did not transfer him money through Zelle. My husband immediately started texting our good friend that's in the FBI, and that guy instructed him to keep the guy on the phone and try to have that guy put me on the phone. Like, if he really had me, put me on the phone. So Josh my husband is keeping him on the phone, trying to tell him to put me on the phone. In the meantime, he's also tracking my phone. Well, I happen to be at the hospital because my son had a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
So our FBI friend leaves work and is headed to me to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
Josh was able to drag this phone call out for 5 minutes, and in the meantime, this guy is asking for, he's getting hostile, and he's asking for the money via Zelle. My husband's like, I don't know what Zelle is. Do you have Venmo? Because he's just like trying to prolong the conversation.
Yeah.
He's like, I really need to talk to her. I need to make sure she's okay. After about 5 minutes of this, he still wouldn't put me on the phone, obviously, because I wasn't there. So Josh, my husband, hung up and called me right back, and I answered, and he was like freaking out, right? Anyways, the scariest part of all this is that they call from your number, and they knew everybody's names.
Wow.
So please spread the word that this is a new scam, because it is very realistic. It is very terrifying. And I know that a lot of people would just give them account numbers to get their loved ones back. Gosh, just spread the word, please. Hopefully, if we spread it far and wide, we can squash this, and it will stop being a thing.
Okay. First off, I mean, as you guys know, we've been discussing a lot about, laid off, what else, crisis and all that stuff. This channel is like full of people just complaining, and we're not crazy. We're not going crazy. This must be a real or fake story, but seeing the reality of everything now, I think we are going to a season that will require more than just police. Why? People are getting more smarter because they don't have any money. What are they going to do? To duplicate money? To scam? To be violent? To develop some certain things in their brain to survive? You know what I mean? So, first off, so we are talking about bank account wiped out overnight. What's really going on in America? That's the title of this video. Okay, here's another one.
Prefacing this video by saying that this is not my usual content. However, I feel compelled to hop on and share a PSA about a really horrifying scam that is going around right now, and that actually happened to my family in the middle of the night last night. I have seen a few people talking about this like on Instagram and on Facebook and in a couple of like Facebook groups that I'm in, but it's one of those things that you see it and you're like, dang, that's crazy, but you never really think that it could happen to you. Around 3:30 this morning, while we were all sleeping, my brother and I both received a call from my mother's phone. It was her contact number. It was her contact photo. It was even like what was named in our separate phones for her. So in my phone, she is Mama.
Yeah.
And in my brother's phone, she is Mom. And it came up like as her contact in both of our phones when we were both called. And for context, I live about 30 minutes out from Atlanta. My brother lives in Atlanta. And my parents live also in the same town as me, like 15 minutes away, so we were all at separate households. I received the call first, but I did not answer because I didn't hear it. It was 3:30 in the morning. I had my phone on vibrate. I didn't hear it go off. My brother happened to have his phone on loud. He received the call second, and he did answer because he heard it ringing and he thought something was wrong. When he answered the phone, he immediately heard what sounded like my mom, a woman's voice that sounded just like her, just crying hysterically and screaming. And so he obviously like freaked out and was like, Mom, what's wrong? Like, is there something wrong with Dad? Like, what's going on? And then before like she could say anything, a man came on the phone and said, I'm going to kill this bitch if you don't wire me $2,500. This man is like
$2,500. That's how. What's type of like poverty that this is crazy. $2,500. That's crazy. At least 10,000. So he knows that people don't have money.
yelling over the phone, super aggressively, like demanding money, like saying he's going to murder my mother if he does not get money. The older brother is very level-headed, but at this point, he's obviously like freaking out. He had not heard of this scam before. I had heard of it before, but even if I had gotten that call, I probably still would have lost my shit because I'm not as level-headed in high pressure situations like that. I probably would have been freaking out, but even he was freaking out. But he had his work phone on him, so he was on his like normal personal phone, and on his work phone, he immediately opened up Life 360, which if you do not have Life 360 for your family and your entire family on there, highly recommend it. It is such a good resource just to keep tabs on where everyone is and making sure everybody is safe if there's any situation like this or any situation just in general, car accidents, anything like that. Life 360 is a lifesaver. So he opened up his Life 360 and he saw that both my parents were seemingly at home, which obviously doesn't mean that they're out of danger. It just means that he had eyes on them. He knew where they were. So once he knew that they were both there, he starts trying to call my dad's phone from his work phone while he's on the phone with this guy. And my dad's not answering because, again, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I didn't hear my phone ring. Nobody's hearing their phone ring. So he's calling me, he's calling my dad, and he's trying to get a hold of somebody to, like, figure this out. After a little bit, he's not, like, totally convinced that there's no danger involved, but he is starting to see, like, red flags. Like, he hears a baby crying in the background all of a sudden, which my parents don't have a baby. There shouldn't be a baby. There's no reason there would be a baby with them. And so he's thinking, okay, I know they're at their house, so this is weird. Why is there a baby? And then he also realizes that this man has not mentioned my dad at all, which you would think that he would say, I have your parents, or I've done something to your dad, and now I have your mom, or whatever. So he has not mentioned my dad at all. He's seemingly calling from my mom's phone, so he knows that my mom has her phone, and he also knows that they are at home together. So at this point, he decides to hang up. He hangs up the phone because he's like, this is weird. I don't think this is legit. So he hangs up the phone and he calls 911, and they confirmed that basically like this is a scam that is going around. They're aware of it, but they're going to send a car to the house just to drive by and see if everything's okay. So at this point, my brother feels a little bit relieved, but he gets in the car to drive towards my parents' house anyway because my mom and dad are still not answering their phone. He gets about a quarter of the way there, and then at that point, my mom finally answers her phone, and she's been asleep this whole time, and everything is totally fine, which is such a relief. We were lucky enough to have not lost any money in it. Everything was fine. My parents were fine. The whole family was fine. But is that not the craziest thing you've ever heard? I'm so shook by it. It is such a traumatic way to scam somebody.
No, I thought that like in a million years, I would never be scammed. And I got scammed. It was crazy. It was up north. There is another way out. You know, the electrical company it has a CMP. I think CMP. They called me. They say you haven't paid. I'm like, first off, I don't pay any money. Well, actually, that's correct. The reason why you've not paid, now you start paying. I'm like, can you verify my address? They had my address and everything. So I had to redo the whole thing. But at the moment of payment, now they say I need to use Zelle. At first, I'm like, why do I need to use Zelle? But, you know, I was just, you know, in the middle of too many things going on. I have school here. I have all this. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Let me just send $900, bro. And then if I'm like, boop, they never answer. They never. Oh my, I'm like, oh, gas cam. First off, I don't know why I never paid at that particular apartment. I never paid electricity anyway. But it happens to everybody. And this is a great video because with this crisis going on, there will be some intelligence growing in people to harm other people. Malicious stuff. This is dangerous. Why? Because people, if they're asking for $2,500 to release the mother, that's crazy. Like, not even in the movies. Like, this is crazy. This level is like really low. Like, man.
Like, horrifying. Like, not only like they ask for $2,500, which in the grand scheme of things is not that much money, and that's why they do it. I looked it up and I did a little bit of research on it, and apparently they ask for that amount of money because it's an amount of money that most people could give up if they felt like a family member was in danger, but it's just enough for the predator to get some money, but it's not so much that it would be hard for the general population to obtain or flagged by a bank, et cetera, et cetera. But it's also just crazy that they do it in the middle of the night, or at least they did for us, because they do it at a time that, like, number one, you're disoriented and like vulnerable. Yeah. And number two, like, you're not able to get a hold of anybody that like
at that time. Reason why, guys, make sure you go. I use chess. I think chess sometimes, I don't like the security thing with chess, but it's kind of good. You can't just transfer money like that. But the thing is, when you use Zelle, it goes straight directly. Oh, especially when I use with Bank of America, like it's just straight. But okay. If you guys know more about, the security thing, let me know in the comment section down below. If you know an account or a bank account that always require a phone call or something, that's sometimes it's annoying. You know what I mean? You want to do some transfer, you need to call them all the time. You need to. Personally, on some of my bank account, I have a limit. I set limits, and then you still need a bigger limit. You know what I mean? Like that 2,500 is already like mine is a little above for the max, but I don't know. Like I don't know how you need to set that up because I don't know, too many things going on. So you guys don't fall for this, okay? But I want to know what are your security, protocol for you to transfer money using your banks. I really want to know. Let me know in the comment section down below because I want to use that too. I need help. Okay.
To confirm that this is happening or not happening. And so it is just like, it's so low and traumatic for anybody to receive a call like that. And I just feel like everybody needs to know about it. And again, I feel like it has been circulating on like social media, so a lot of people might already know about this, but if you don't, you need to. So anyway, I wanted to hop on and talk about it to hopefully save somebody just the mental anguish of receiving a call like this out of the blue. At least maybe now you'll have seen this video and you'll have at least some awareness, peace of mind, or just like an inkling that it could be not true. Share this with your friends. Spread the word. Because this is just the most predatory, low thing ever.
Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, we have another one crying. So before we get into this amazing lady crying, I just want to know, what are your protocol with your bank account? I know some of us don't even have enough anyway. So you ask me for 25, that's the only rest. I have like 3,000. That's the only money that I have anyway. So it's spread in 5 year, 2 year, 200 year, another one there. So, you don't spend that much money at once. That's crazy. But let me know, Leo, in the comment section down below. That's crazy.
Today I was the victim of phone fraud. Somebody called saying that they were from my bank, from the fraud department of my credit card, that there were fraudulent charges on my card. He verified them, asked me if I did them, and I said no, and then he said, okay, I'm gonna cancel your card right away.
The thing is, when you know that it will never happen to you, even after watching the video, they always have like different tactics. They will literally call you. Now, I remember back then, like in 2019, 2021, it's usually Indian. I mean, let's be honest. My brother, but then you're like, oh no, anytime there is an Indian, even if it's legit, sometimes I don't trust them. But now they start having like a different ways. You actually hear like, an American, you know what I mean? Like American accent and everything, and calling you and trying to be legit, and actually it's a scam. It's not only like an Indian anymore. No, let's be honest. You know what I mean? We need to be honest. I got, the time that I got scammed, it was an Indian guy. Yes, they scammed me. But now, even people with regular accent, American accent, they be going crazy right now. I know some of them. Miami.
Like, I'm gonna help you out, don't worry about it. He somehow already had access to like see my transactions on that card. So he went through like the most recent ones and asked me like, is this legitimate? Is this legitimate? I was like, yes, like that I know. And then he somehow got access to, I didn't give him any passwords, nothing. He like already had stuff. He just asked me for like normal verification questions. And he was somehow able to access my account, and he wiped my checking and my savings clean. I reported it to BMO fraud, and I'm going to the police station now to report it as well. Just be so careful when people call you. Please, just be careful.
Okay. I want to understand. So he called you, ask you, yeah, they might have certain information. Yes, they might have, access to your phone, whatever. But how did he wipe it? And why did he call you if he could wipe it without calling you? So you gave them some access. Let me go back a little bit. Let me go back just a little bit, to understand the context. Let's watch this.
And then he somehow got access to, I didn't give him any passwords, nothing. He like already had stuff. He just asked me for like normal verification questions.
Okay.
And he was somehow able to access my account, and he wiped my checking and my savings clean.
I don't buy that. Because a real scam won't even they don't have time to call you if they actually had to wipe everything. You didn't give them any access. I think you did. And just, it either, listen to this. When you do your security, like my banks have already done that. I think you guys have already done that too. You ask security reason. I think they ask you for one of the security questions. You gave it to them unconsciously. And they selected that, boom. Because I don't think they will ask you for it. Unless they want to harm you psychologically, but if they didn't ask any password or anything, I think she gave away something that she doesn't still understand. That's what I want to explain on this, because they don't have to call you. If they want to wipe everything, they will. You would just wake up in the morning, what's going on? That's my take on it, but I'm so sorry, man.
I reported it to BMO fraud, and I'm going to the police station now to report it as well. Just be so careful when people call you. Please, just be careful.
$106,000 was stolen from my husband and I this past weekend by an online scammer.
It started going crazy. Be careful. Be careful out there, bro. With this crisis, these videos, I'll start posting them every day. I'm so sorry.
And we will not be getting any of our money back. It is gone. So this is what happened. I got a phone call saying someone was trying to log into our account and steal our money, and they suggested changing the password. They gave him
See, this is what I'm talking about. They can't just call. If they call, they want access, actually. You are the one giving them access. That lady said she didn't. I don't buy that. Although it might have happened, but I don't buy that. This is the real story that I'm looking for. They give access. So the old transaction happened at the moment they gave access.
Secure link to log in, ask for the code, and yada yada. That was their access into our account. So it went from 106 to 0 in the blink of an eye. And we immediately went to the police department. We've been in contact with the FBI, but
Gone.
you don't get your money back when scams like this happen. And we had a pretty rough weekend. We cried it out. We did all the things. I'm not going to get on this app and cry, but essentially, after a bad weekend, this is where we've landed. I know God is always going to provide for us. We have
Amen.
hit our knees in prayer, and I fully believe we are going to be just fine.
Amen.
God never promised that bad things won't happen to good people. Everyone's going to go through trials, but he did promise he will be there with us through the storm. And that is exactly how I feel now. That account was, not going to make or break our life. We are very blessed to have a roof over our head. We have secure jobs. Our children are healthy and safe. But that account was an investment in our future. It was going to help us pay for college or retirement, whatever we wanted it to be. But it was a luxury, not a necessity. We will be okay. But at the same time, it was a luxury that was only available because of my husband's hard work. He worked for years to build that account, and we have a newborn. She's a month old, and Matt has been.
Congratulations. Congratulations for the newborn. Is it a boy or girl, bro? Team boy. Let's go.
Putting in 12, 14-hour days at work every day to provide for us because he is such a hard worker. He works his ass off to provide for us. And yeah, the sleep deprivation got to him. He got a phone call in the middle of a nap. You know when you wake up from a nap and you're like, what time is it? What planet am I on? And that's what happened this game.
Let me guess. I think the lady gave the password. That's just from my understanding. I don't know.
Took advantage of that, and if it was any other day, probably would have never fell for that. He knows better, but it was just the perfect storm of he was exhausted and didn't know what was going on and just trusted the phone call.
Oh, he was the one. Oh, okay. Eric, I don't know, Johnson, Matthew, Timothy, bro, it happens, man. I know you were tired. 14 hours daily. Yeah, things happen.
And here we are.
I know personally, I get texts.
That's crazy. We all receive those type of texts, and it's not fun. Thank you for providing with this video. This is the lady that people always recommend me from her. This is another one. I'll actually start going on my channel and actually, give you guys credit for everything that you guys are doing. We just hit 1,500 subscribers. Woo. Oh man, I don't know, man. I feel like 1,500. Okay. Let me put myself first. I want to see you guys. Where's that shot where I'm just by myself? This one? Great. All right. I just want to give you guys like a shout out to you guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I've been doing this not a long time. I'm lying. I just started, but it's I don't know what to say. 1,500, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot. And it just in 2 weeks we have over 50,000 views. Some likes here and there. I'm improving. We are working together as a team. We are, and the more, the more I post, the more I'll be more confident, and, adding more subject, more stuff to it, more production, maybe later on, invite people, and talk about issues such as this one. And, that's, to do some collabs and all that stuff, but in the same style. Journalism, but at the same time commentary. Just sit down and discuss about issues and all that stuff. So Eloheise Network, we are going crazy, but I'm super happy, super excited because 1,500. Oh man, I don't know what to say. I'm so super happy. Yeah, man. Okay, talking about now, going back to this video. Bank accounts wiped out overnight. What's really going on in America? Going back to this video that I've been posting for the past 2 weeks, you guys have been suggesting that to me. Man, do you think with this crisis, this type of things won't happen? People will get smarter. You know, bank robs. Well, I don't know, whatever issues that you see in woods, whatever, in the hoods, and you know what I mean, in those places. I don't want to say too much because it's always a certain type of demographic of people, with you will see a liquor store, you will see a Dollar Tree, you will see ATMs everywhere, you will see certain, that's what started happening literally in the middle of downtown. I'm in Jacksonville and you really can't go downtown. I'm glad that downtown in Jacksonville there's literally nothing anyway, but there is a new public that, Publix, they're building a new Publix there, but, that's another story. But I don't know. They need to fix it before the new project, because we already have like more than $5 billion. They're building a new place, a new stuff. So that needs to be fixed. But prior to that, we are living right now. What are we experiencing right now? Crust is laid off. People don't have jobs, and AI taking places, and we have degrees. We can't find jobs with our degrees because now you just finish as an engineer. You don't have a job because AI just took your place. What are you going to do? You are smart enough, so just go and scam, right? I don't know. We're just going through a lot right now. I'm just praying for the country. Go on your knees. I don't know who you believe in. I'm a Christian, so I will just maybe stay on my knees and pray. And like the lady said, they just wiped up over $100,000. But I'm happy that she doesn't take. I know that they cried, but she can't show it. That's great. But the other lady, I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard. Like we are working so hard, we can't even. It's tough. Well, thank you so much for the subscribers, and like and subscribe, and continue supporting. That feels great. Honestly, it feels great. You guys should start this thing. It feels great when you work hard. What time is it? It's 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning, but I'm making videos, and it's, I see the result. That feels great. If you want to learn more, I don't want to sell my courses and stuff like that. That's a scam, another type of scam. Just watch the videos and you can do the same thing. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.